Welcome back to the great Unexplained debate. Now, we left you where Cath was just telling me off, but I need to explain to you what I actually meant by that. I'm not saying you are going out with entertainment in mind. Yeah. What I was talking about is generally we were talking about that when we make a paranormal program in its development, we can't think of how is this going to come across to the viewer, because one of the things we had when we tried to sell Most Haunted was some broadcasters we went to were saying, well, what happens if nothing happens? And their point was, our point then was, well, nothing happens, because that happens a great deal, as we all know on paranormal investigations. So that's what I was trying to say. I know for a fact you go out there and you experience the paranormal experience. You don't actually go out there thinking, well, how am I going to entertain people? That's not what I meant. So please don't think that. I hope I might.
Yeah, well, we're talking about, we're not doing it for the viewers, but with my channel manager's hat on, I have to think about the programmes and will the viewer like it? And having more elements to the show, i.e. your medium, the sceptics, all the other people that would ask the questions that the people watching would like to ask, because you've got to try and cover all your bases. And then, obviously, the more people that watch it, that's better for us, obviously.
I guess there's also that point where you have to start thinking, if you're looking at just the paranormal side of this, just the investigative side, and you only cater for the paranormal investigative side, you're looking at narrowing your viewership down to quite a small degree. I mean, personally, I would love to see a paranormal investigation that would run every single night for a couple of hours without edit, without any edit point whatsoever. You come into it, there's no introduction, you just come into it and you join the investigation. And whether that be sitting around a seance table, trying to contact the dead for an hour and nothing happening, because that's educating people at home. Because some of the problems we've got is with when you look at a 24-hour investigation edited down to 46 minutes. The actual investigative part of it, after you've had your opening and all of that bit, which you need because you need to let people know where you are, you're probably looking at 25 minutes worth of investigation.
But that's your purists would watch that because they love it. It's like if you're a racing car driver, if you just had the camera of Lewis Hamilton's car, you could watch that for the whole thing and you'd be really happy.
Yeah, it kind of is like watching Formula One, actually, I must admit.
You know what I mean? If you're a Formula One fan.
Yeah, but the problem is with something like that, obviously, like you say, I know what you mean. If I'm a car fanatic, so I can sit and watch car programs ad infinitum, and I can watch the same car program over and over again. But obviously, the majority of people wouldn't want to sit and watch a séance for an hour with nothing happening. No. Or would they? I mean, this is the whole point. But then what people look at our kind of programming, after 46 minutes, they imagine themselves to be able to go to one of the locations that they've seen on Tuesday night. They'll nip over on a Saturday and thinking, I don't know, on Tuesday they were only here for a couple of minutes and things started happening, so let's quick grab each other's hands and let's do a séance. And nothing happens. So they come back, and I get it quite a lot when people talk to me in the street saying, why does things happen to you but nothing ever happens to us? And they don't realise that sometimes you have to spend a few nights in a place for things to happen. But it's a 46-minute show, which is basically out of a 24-hour investigation.
That's one of the things that, these, in the past when I used to go on forums, after the show, because I was really concerned about what the fans would think and so on. I don't go on them anymore because they're so horrible and nasty. There's just, and it's a shame because you could have got some really good ideas back from the people that were watching the show. But my point is that one of the comments on there I always remember was, how come, a bit similar to what you've just said, Karl, how come, Most Haunted turn up to do an investigation or, whatever they're doing, a show involving an investigation, they turn up and within minutes, something happens, or there's something always happening on one of the shows. We went to the same location and nothing happened. And the point is that, well, my point is that if you are a group of people and you don't really know each other very well and you turn up to a location, the likelihood is you're not really going to get much happening. I'm a firm believer in the fact that you've got to know your group, you've got to know the team of people that you're with, and you've got to have a really good connection with them. And if you're spending time with them like we have, 9 years or whatever, week in, week out, week in, week out,
twice a week,
you're going to get some fantastic phenomena, and you're going to get it quickly. So my advice to people that, these people on the forums that criticise us for what we do, make a good connection, have 4 or 5 friends, and go and do these investigations, but do them, twice a week and so on, and do them for years, and you'll get some fantastic stuff. And that's what people forget.
I have to say, in my opinion, that most of the people who go on those forums are just uneducated, angry people who have no real insight into what we do. They just probably don't have a great deal of resolve in their own life, so they have to sort of try and have a go at other people's. That's why I don't listen to it, and that's why I don't go on the forums, because they're daft. And I like to think I'm a little bit too intelligent to go on some of these forums and certainly get involved in some of the idiocy that's on there, because it's just nasty. However, these are the type of things we've spawned. Without what we've done, these things wouldn't have started. There's lots of websites out there. Some of them are good, and that's what we have to stand up and go, well done, guys, and get it. And there are some great investigative groups out there that have become real because of Most Haunted and because of the other stuff we do, because of Ghost Hunting With. We have a lot of stuff coming from the stuff you do with Ghost Hunting With. People saying that they love the show so much, they've started their own paranormal investigative group.